Hello brother, welcome back. I have been reading the book The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida, and I came up with a question for you. If I took away your relationship, who would you be? Seriously though, strip away the text, strip away the dates, the validation, and the constant attention. Who the fuck are you, bro, without these things? Because a lot of men have a terrifying answer to that question. Nothing, bro. No mission, no purpose, no direction, and no vision. Just a guy orbiting around someone else's life. And that is exactly why so many men become weak the moment they enter a relationship. Not because relationships are bad, but because they abandon themselves. Because they trade purpose for comfort. They trade mission for attention, growth for validation. And then they wonder why they feel empty. Empty, I feel so goddamn empty. And so today we're talking about a brutal truth most men don't want to hear. Your purpose must come before your relationship, brother. Not because you don't love your partner, not because relationships don't matter, but because a man without purpose eventually becomes a man nobody respects, not even himself. And if that sounds harsh to you, good, brother, because you need to hear it, my brother. Now, I want you to close your eyes for a second and imagine this. Imagine a massive ship in the middle of the ocean. The ship represents your life. The destination of the ship represents your purpose. Now imagine removing the compass. What happens to the ship? The ship starts drifting. Every wave pushes it somewhere else. Every storm changes its direction. Every current controls where it goes. That, my friend, is what happens when a man doesn't have a mission. He drifts like the ship without a compass. His emotions control him. Other people's opinions control him. His relationship controls him. His comfort controls him. Everything controls him except his own vision. The relationship cannot become your compass, brother, because relationships are meant to be a part of your journey, not your journey, a part of your journey. They are not meant to become the destination, the purpose. So let me say that again. Relationships are a part of the journey. They're not the destination. Now let me tell you a story, brother. I knew a guy, okay? Very ambitious, very driven, very disciplined. He trained every single day. He read, he learned, he growed. He had momentum. Then he met a girl. At first, everything seemed perfect, but then he started skipping workouts to make time for his relationship. At first, it was not a big deal, but then he stopped learning. He stopped building. He stopped chasing the future he once wanted. Every decision seemed harmless. One skipped workout, one missed opportunity, one delayed goal. But brother, months turned into years, and he lost his relationship. And now you may ask, why did he lose his relationship? And I'm here to answer you. Because he forgot his purpose. He forgot what made him him. The reason his girl fell in love with him at the start was because of who he was at the start. A driven young man with goals, ambitions, and inspirations. And eventually, my guy woke up one morning and realized something terrifying. The relationship wasn't the problem. The problem was that he sacrificed his mission. And when a man sacrifices his mission, he slowly sacrifices his identity. Now here's the truth most men don't want to hear. A woman cannot give you purpose. Let me say that again. A woman cannot give you purpose. A relationship cannot give you purpose. Validation cannot give you purpose. Attention cannot give you purpose. Purpose must come from within. Purpose comes from a vision, bro. A vision, a mission, a calling. Something bigger than your comfort, bigger than your feelings, bigger than your desire to be liked. Because when your life revolves around another person, you become dependent dependent, brother. And dependence creates fear. Fear of losing them. Fear of disappointing them. Fear of conflict. And fear of being alone. And my friend, fear makes men weak. Not physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. You stop speaking your truth. You stop taking risks. And you stop pursuing your greatness. Because you're afraid of losing what you attach your identity to. Listen to me, brother. Stop attaching your identity to a relationship. Stop building your life around a relationship. Stop acting like your mission can wait. Stop telling yourself you will chase your dreams later. Later turns into 5 years. 5 years turn into a decade. And a decade turns into regret. And then you wake up wondering where your fucking time went. Nobody accidentally becomes great. Nobody accidentally builds an extraordinary life. Nobody accidentally fulfills their potential. It requires commitment, sacrifice, and obsession. And sometimes that means protecting your purpose even at the cost of the relationship. Now I want you to close your eyes and imagine that your purpose is a fire. At first the fire is small, weak, fragile, and easy to extinguish. But every day you work on your mission, your fire grows. The fire becomes stronger. Now imagine constantly abandoning the fire and ignoring it and not adding wood to it. What happens then? Then the fire dies, my friend. Most men don't fail because they aren't capable. They fail because they let the fire die, my friend. Their mission slowly fades away, and then years later, they wonder why they feel dead inside. The fire didn't disappear. You just stopped feeding it. My friend, your purpose is that fire. You should protect the fire. You should feed the fire. And you should grow the fire every single day. And I know what some of you might be asking. So you're saying relationships don't matter? No, bro. That's not what I'm saying. Relationships matter. Love matters. Connection matters. Human beings are social creatures. But here's the difference. A healthy relationship supports your mission. It doesn't replace it. A healthy relationship adds to your life. It doesn't become your entire life. What you have to understand is that the goal is not choosing purpose or love. The goal is ensuring your purpose remains your foundation. Because if the foundation collapses, everything built on top of the foundation collapses with it as well. Some people will hear this message and think to themselves, bro, that sounds selfish. And I'm here to say, not necessarily. What is selfish is making someone else responsible for your happiness. What's selfish is expecting another person to fill the void inside of you. What's selfish is abandoning your growth and then blaming them for your dissatisfaction. A man pursuing his purpose isn't selfish. He's taking responsibility. He's becoming stronger, more disciplined, more capable, and more valuable. And everybody around him benefits from that, including his partner. Just look at Alex Hormozi and his wife. Now I want you for one more time to close your eyes and imagine this scenario. You have been working all day. You're building something meaningful. You're making progress and you feel energized, focused, and driven. And suddenly, your partner wants your attention. Most men make one of two mistakes. They either ignore her completely or they abandon everything that they're doing. And both are wrong. And the answer is presence, brother. You have to tell her, I love you. Let's spend 30 minutes together. And for those 30 minutes, no phone. No distractions, not divided attention, not thinking about work, not pretending, just complete presence, complete focus. Then after those 30 minutes, return to your mission, brother. And you might ask, why is that? And I'm here to answer you. Because 1 hour of undivided presence, of genuine presence, is worth more than 4 hours of bullshit. People don't want your time, brother. They want your attention. And attention is only valuable when it's real. Here's something most men never understand. Purpose makes you attractive. Not because of money, fame, and status, but because your purpose creates direction. When a man is moving towards something meaningful, he carries himself differently, he speaks differently, he acts differently. He's not desperate looking for someone to complete him. He's already complete. He's simply adding someone to the journey. Now that is a completely different mindset. So now I want to give you some actionable steps. What do you actually do right now with this information? Step 1. Define your mission. Sit down and ask yourself, what am I building? What am I becoming? And if you don't know, start searching, my brother. Get rid of your phone and stare at the ceiling. Boredom will lead you to uncovering your purpose because you will have time to introspect. Drifting through life is not a strategy, my friend. Step 2. Schedule purpose first. Put your mission on the calendar. Training, business, learning, creating. You have to protect those blocks of time. Treat them like they're sacred to you. Step 3. Be fully present. When you are with your partner, actually be there. Not physically, mentally, emotionally, because presence beats quantity, my friend. Every single fucking time. Step 4. Stop seeking validation. Don't make your relationship your source of worth, my friend. Your worth comes from your character, your actions, your discipline, your integrity. Step 5. Audit your life. Ask yourself, what have I stopped doing since I have entered this relationship? What goals have I abandoned? What habits have I neglected? And what dreams have I postponed? You have to be honest with yourself here, because awareness comes before change. I want you to make it sink in. I want you to repeat after me, okay? Your mission matters. Say it with me. My mission matters. Not because success is everything. Not because money is everything, but because purpose gives you life direction, my brother. Without direction, you will drift. Just like the ship without the compass. Without direction, you will become resentful. Without direction, you will feel empty. I feel so goddamn empty. That's you right there. And eventually you will start blaming everyone around you for a problem that started within you. Remember that, brother. Now, if you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Do not abandon your purpose for a relationship. A relationship should enhance your life, not replace it. Your mission is the thing that calls you forward. It's the thing that forces you to grow. It's the thing that demands more from you. And you know what? The irony is this. When you stop making relationships the center of your universe, you often become a better partner because you're no longer needy. You're no longer dependent. You're no longer searching for someone else to complete you. You have your own direction, my friend. Your own vision, your own path. So love deeply, care deeply, be present, be loyal, be committed, but never forget who you are. Never forget what you're building. Never forget the fire inside of you. Because one day you will look back at your life and the question won't be, did I spend enough time seeking comfort? The question will be, did I become the man I was capable of becoming? So protect your mission, protect your growth, my friend, and bring that strength into your relationships. Don't chase purpose because you hate relationships. Choose purpose because without it, you risk losing yourself. And a man who loses himself eventually loses everything. Thank you for watching to the end of the video, bro. I fucking love you. Now, before you leave, I want to ask you 3 questions. Do you want to change your life for the better? Do you want to become more comfortable with women? Do you want to become the man you know you should be around women? If you answered yes to these 3 questions, then click the first link in the description. And don't forget, don't waste time, because time is fucking money. Let's go, G.